Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Cook and Jook, the show where we pair good food and good music. My name is Yeyo. Appreciate you stopping by. Today, we are doing something that I think is super duper simple. It's one of the easiest recipes you're going to see on this channel, but I think it's really important if you're going to have just some really easy but very useful cooking techniques in your repertoire, and that is poaching. And today, we're going to be poaching some chicken, some boneless, skinless chicken breast. And as you can see, I have some water boiling over there. That's actually a chicken stock that I have going from some chicken thighs that I just took the meat off of. I have the bones in there, and I wanted to make some boneless, skinless chicken thighs on my own because I saved a lot of money by doing that. And that's the leftover chicken bones and all that. And that is going to be the soul of a chicken stock that I'm going to make later. I'll probably make that into like a Chinese chicken stock with some ginger, some green onions and stuff like that. So we're actually going to boil the chicken, or poach, I should say, poach the chicken in that liquid, and then I'm going to just take that to another level later on. You won't see that. So I have some boneless, skinless chicken breasts over there, I think. Yeah. So what we're going to do is really simple. I have some salt in that water. If you want to add other like seasonings, herbs, you know, aromatics, garlic, onions, go for it, by all means. I just have some salt in there. I got about 3 tablespoons of salt. We're going to add the chicken breast in there, and we're going to bring that back up to a boil. So it's boiling now. When we add the chicken breast, it's going to come down. It's going to stop boiling. We're going to bring that back up to a boil. When that happens, we're going to take it off the heat and let it sit off the heat for about 25-30 minutes. And it's going to cook in that hot water. Now, could you boil the chicken? By all means, you can do that. I found this method to be a little bit more gentle, and I think it produces juicier chicken, which is what I want. So yeah, but can you boil chicken and just straight up boil chicken? Absolutely. In fact, boiled chicken was one of the first things that I started cooking as a kid, and to this day I love boiled chicken. It's just, I don't know, it just works. It's just simple. It's like survival food in a way, but like you can do so many things with it. I really, really love it. And today's record is a record that I've been listening to since I was a kid, and it's one of the records that made me want to be an MC, to be honest. So it's just a East Coast record that is very beloved by many people, and I add myself to that list of people. So anyway, let's get started. Let's get this chicken over to this pot. Let's keep it moving. So I got these chicken breasts over here. Give them a little wash with some water and some vinegar. And now we're going to add them to this water over here that's boiling heavily. And the cold temperature of this chicken is going to bring this temperature down in the water. As you can see, we already got other chicken in there, and this should come back up to a boil pretty quickly. Let me grab a spoon. To make sure that this chicken is covered. I want to make sure that the chicken breast is covered. Like I said, we want this to come back up to a boil. You can see these are the other bones from the other chicken parts. So this is chicken thighs right here, chicken thighs. And this is going to make a fantastic chicken stock that I'm going to use for other dishes. And when this comes up to a boil, we're going to cover this and again take it off the heat and just let it continue to cook. It's a very gentle cooking process. And this is something that obviously you can eat it by itself. This is fantastic if you're into a meal prep. If you want to do meal prep, this is a great way to cook a ton of chicken and add it to a bunch of different dishes. You want to cut it up into, you know, slices or cubes. And, you know, you see a lot of people who do the meal prep where they have like containers like this. They have those containers with the compartments where they have like the chicken and the broccoli and the rice and all that. You know, this is great for them. Great for that. I rock with that. What I typically do is I slice it and I'll have it in the fridge like ham or turkey. I'll have it like ham, turkey. Whenever I want a snack, I'll pull some of that out. Maybe eat it with some cheese or some crackers or something like that. It's just really versatile. All right, so this is about to come up to a boil. And this water is hot enough to cook this chicken. And like I said, we're gonna let this cook for about a half hour. Let me get the top for this pot. And this is a really lazy, really easy video. But sometimes lazy is all right. You've had a rough day, right? Bam. We're gonna take it off the heat. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it out. And some people, what they'll do is they'll let it cool. They'll wrap it in like some plastic wrap and stuff like that. They'll put it in the fridge because what happens is it makes it easier to slice and stuff like that. I may do that with some pieces, but obviously there's gonna be a piece that I eat on camera because I'm hungry and I don't want to wait that long. But it's really great for like sliced meats later on because it helps the meat to keep its shape, especially if you slice it really, really thin, because it's really easy for meat to kind of like come apart when you're slicing it really, really thin. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 3 different dipping sauces. Really different dipping sauces. I haven't made these before, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna be experimenting live, and by all means, join me. If you have some of the ingredients, go for it. If not, just go through your cupboard, your pantry, your refrigerator, and let's invent together. I'm gonna make 3 different dipping sauces with just really different flavor profiles, and I'm gonna dip some of the chicken in there and try it out. And if it's whack, I'm gonna tell you it's whack. If it's dope, I'm gonna tell you it's dope. But yeah, chicken is cooking right here. Cook and joke. I'll be back. All right, we are back, and our chicken is done cooking. We've had that sitting there for about 30 minutes, and we're gonna pull it out and just set it to the side. And while we're doing that, we're gonna make some dipping sauces. Now, some people would take this and wrap it up in, like, you know, in plastic or other stuff and put it in the fridge if they plan on using it later, and that's cool. What that does is if you're gonna slice it really thin, like later on, I said you want to make like a sandwich or something like that, it helps to keep its shape. And that's cool. I may do that. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I'm hungry and I definitely want to eat some of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit on the side. So we got 4 chicken breasts. And like I said, I'm going to use the rest of this as a chicken stock for some other dishes. And I'm going to continue to cook that down. But you see what we got here. This is a lot of food, a lot of meat right here. Let me move this. Get that little bit right back in the pots. This is a lot of stir fry. This is, you know, a lot of meal prep. You want to cut this into cubes, slice it up, put it in, you know, some containers with some other stuff, rice, vegetables, whatever. This is heavy. This is a lot. So, put that off to the side. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to make different dipping sauces. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what these are going to taste like. So we're going to experiment. We're going to experiment right now. So I have some, I'm trying to think, should I use, this olive oil is almost done, but I'm going to use this olive oil. It's a little more affordable. We don't anything crazy for this. We're gonna go some olive oil, some cracked pepper. I'm going with the cheaper stuff because this is like a little more expensive. And mind you, like some people say that you should use more expensive olive oil for finishing. But I like this olive oil. It's cool. It's never done anything bad to me. And I'd rather use it for something a little bit more bougie than poached chicken. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Boiled chicken or poached chicken, one of my favorite things to eat all the time. I'm making a mess over here with the pepper, but it's all good. And to finish off, we have some Old Bay. So but this first sauce, this is olive oil, pepper, and Old Bay. I'm not really measuring, if you can't tell. I got about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, about a teaspoon of cracked pepper, and about a half a teaspoon of Old Bay. Let's mix this up and see what we got over here. Let me give you a better angle. Alright, definitely need some more Old Bay. And these sauces are all really different. Let's see what we got over here. I may add some salt to this. Not bad. We got Old Bay and some. I got some sea salt over here somewhere. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see what we got over here. Now, we won't be able to make a final verdict until we put some chicken in here, but you know, we're just playing around. This is how recipes are born. That's not bad. Not bad. So we got some olive oil, pepper, Old Bay, and some salt. Not bad. Let's push that off to the side. We get sauce number 2. Sauce number 2, we have some rice vinegar. And again, I haven't tried this, so I don't know what it's going to taste like. Rice vinegar, that's about a couple tablespoons. Some fish sauce, which is super potent. I've had this for about 4 years. You see how much I've used. Very potent. Couple of drops, and we're gonna go with some cayenne pepper and we'll go with a pinch of sugar. And on deck, we have some sesame oil. So let's see what this tastes like first. Give us a little stir with our chopsticks. I highly recommend you get some chopsticks. You don't have to buy fancy chopsticks. These are like 1,000 for like $2. Oh, that's not bad. These are disposable, so I'm gonna throw these away when I'm done. Not bad. Let me see. But I feel like I don't know. Is it good? Is it good enough? like it. I don't hate it. I'm kind of okay with it. Let me add a little more sugar. Part of me wants to add a little bit of sesame. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That's cool. I wanted to add like ginger and cilantro and green onion. I do have some ginger. I don't have the other stuff, and I just didn't feel like going to the store, even though it's like a 17-second drive. I'm tired. That's not bad. I'm gonna rock with that for now. Low key, I want to try it with some sesame oil. So I may dip some chicken in there, try it out, and then add some sesame oil and try it out with that. Our third sauce, we're gonna go to Japan. We got some Japanese mayonnaise, Japanese mayo, at least the American version, right? Then we're gonna go with some wasabi. I just happen to have. So I got about, I don't know, what's that, like a couple teaspoons mayo, maybe? We're gonna go with about a teaspoon of wasabi. That's a nice amount. This will clear your pores, and we'll add accordingly. And then I'm gonna add a Japanese, kind of like an all-purpose seasoning. Let's see what this is like. This is gonna make me sweat. I think I could use some more wasabi. I may add some salt to this. So again, this is Japanese mayo, some wasabi. We're making dipping sauces for poached chicken breast. Experiment with me. If you don't have this stuff, experiment with whatever you have in your in your kitchen, in your fridge, in your cupboard. You've all done it before. Even if you think you haven't done it, you've all done it. When you were a kid, you had the chicken nuggets, and you got all the sauces, and then you mixed all the sauces. When you had like your last chicken nugget, and you just ran it across all the sauces. You did that. I did that too. Okay. That's not bad. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to add a Japanese all-purpose seasoning called furikare. Furikare, I hope I'm saying that right. And it's got seaweed in it and a bunch of other stuff, and it tastes really good. That's nice. That is nice. Let me have some furikare. Got seaweed and sesame seeds and stuff in it. Let's mix this in. This is our Japanese all-purpose seasoning, which we're mixing in with some Japanese mayo and some wasabi. So we are representing right now for Nippon. Nippon. That's how you say Japan in Japanese. And for the record, today's record is not from Japan. I thought about it, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking of going New Java's, rest in peace, New Java's. But I'm not. Oh, there's something about seaweed. You think seaweed is gross? If you haven't tried seaweed, try seaweed. Try it. Seaweed is interesting. I actually really like it. Oh, that's nice. It's probably my favorite out of all these three sauces. Ooh. Yeah. So we got 3 different sauces. We have our olive oil, cracked pepper, and Old Bay. Then we have our rice vinegar and fish sauce, and what else? Some cayenne. I may add some sesame seed oil to that after I try it. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's get some chicken on this plate. Alright. Grab a cutting board real quick. Alright. Alright. Let me grab a knife. Cut up some chicken breast. Let's try this stuff, man. Let's see how do we do. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna cut this little piece off right here. Let's go for some beauty pieces. I'm gonna cut off some of this fat. But we're gonna eat that, make no mistake. So we're gonna make some really thin slices. Just want you to see how that's cooked. Again, this is something that you could use for meal prep. You can eat it like this, toss it in some sauce. Really simple cooking process. Let's see what we got here. So first off, we're gonna try it by itself. That works. Just clean. Obviously very low fat. Go with a bunch of stuff. Then we're gonna try it with this sauce. This is the, what sauce is this? This is the olive oil, pepper, Old Bay. Clean, simple. Now we're gonna go with the fish sauce and vinegar and the cayenne and the sugar. That is potent. It's potent right here. Now we're gonna go. Let me get a smaller piece. Now we're gonna go with the Japanese furikake. Japanese mayo, some salt. I think this might be my favorite, but we'll see. Cook and Jook, what we do is we pair good food with good music. And if this is your first time here, what I do now is I suggest a song, and I link to it below, that I think is a good match for this, or a good pair for this dish. And today's song is a record that actually made me want to become an MC. And it's a New York hip-hop record. It's by Grandpuba, and it's a record that I still listen to this day. And this was something that, in conjunction with hearing a lot of whack MCs or whack rappers, first of all, I don't know if whack MC is even a right term, because if you're an MC, that's the title that you have to earn. So I don't know if you could be a whack MC. That's like being like a whack Olympian. Like, if you're an Olympian, you're probably not whack at what you do. So I'll say whack rappers, but whack rappers and this song are two things that push me to want to become a rapper or an MC. And it's just a record it's a time capsule of hip hop. It's a classic record, and I want to share it with you. I hope you like it. It's called, first off, the artist is Grandpuba, and the record is called I Like It. I Like It. And if you ever hear the phrase, and you say New York City, this is a record that made that phrase popular. And there's a woman in this video at the end of the first verse who does this move. I can't describe it, but that move mesmerized me as a kid. I don't know if that's good or bad. I still want to meet this woman. She's probably like 60 now. But just to that woman, just know that that thing that you did at like the 124, 120 mark or something like that, it worked. It worked. But yeah, classic record, Grandpuba. I like it. One of my all-time favorite hip-hop records. And I'll say that when I wrote my first song, or one of my first songs, like, I'll be honest, half of it was like this record. I just literally bit this record. And it's not something I recommend doing, but it's what I did before I knew how to write rhymes. I just like copied half of this record and incorporated some other stuff around it. But classic hip hop record. I hope you enjoy it. Cook and Jook. We got the poached chicken breast, something that you should have in your repertoire. Absolutely something that can really just go for miles. Really versatile. You can add this to your pastas, to your sandwiches, to your salads, and it checks a lot of boxes. Checks a lot of boxes. It's very low fat. It's keto, if you're into that. And yeah, man, use it. Real simple too. Real simple. And it's a good way to cook a lot of food in a really easy way. If you want me to cook some stuff that you might be interested in, put it in the comments. Put some comments. Let me know what you want me to make. If it's dope, I'll make it and I'll match it with a dish. Or if you want me to check out a song, if it's dope, I'll check it out and I'll make a dish to pair with that song. Put it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank you for spending some time with me. My name is Yeyo. This is Cook and Jook. God bless. Peace.